Hey everybody, Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich here with an update on the flash flood threat which is heading our way tomorrow. This is going to be a significant threat for a big chunk of the Piedmont as the remnants of Sally and a cold front combine to kind of squeeze out some significant moisture. So let's show you what's going on right now. Sally made landfall early this morning near Gulf Shores, Alabama. You can see the loop here. It's down there in the corner of the screen. You see us up here in Charlotte. Beautiful weather right now. You're probably asking yourself, how are we going to see, rough weather here, especially when you look at the track of the remnants likely staying just to our south, but that's the center of the storm. The thing to remember, as the remnants are going to be tracking up, this flow of moisture is going to be pulling in from the south and the east, and we've got a stalled front right in there and another front coming in from the north and west. So a band of very heavy rain is going to form right there along I-85 from Georgia up here into the Carolinas, and that's going to set the stage for some very heavy rain. In fact, you can see we're already under that high risk for flash flooding in our area. And most of the areas under the medium threat, but that high risk is basically along 85 up here into the Charlotte metro area. And you can see where it's coming from. This is today's outlook coming up from the south. So by tomorrow, that threat is going to be right there. Now, let me back up and show you a couple other things. There is a small severe weather risk tomorrow, and this is going to be very dependent on where the warm air is. Can it get to the north? Right now, it's a small tornado threat, maybe 2%, and I think it's mainly going to stay to our south, but it's something we'll keep an eye on, but it's really not the biggest threat. There is a 20 to 50% chance that somewhere in that area in green is going to see flash flooding. So that's much higher than the 2%, maybe 1% probability of an isolated tornado. And this flood watch is up until 8 a.m. on Friday. And just to give you a quick idea on the amounts we're talking about, 4 to 7 wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility, but I think 3 to 6 is probably more in the range. And again, it could be a little bit lower. We could end up, if let's say best case scenario, 1 to 2 inches. Worst case scenario is that 6 to 7. So 3 to 6 kind of puts us right there in the middle. But let me show you how this unfolds. I'm going to show you the future cast here, and I'm going to pause it a couple times. So there's our stalled front. And again, remember what's going on here. Deep tropical moisture is interacting with that front. We're also starting to see some moisture coming in from the Atlantic, and this front is really squeezing it all out. So that's why you're seeing the rainfall so far to the north and the east of the center. So this is at 5 a.m. on Thursday morning. So notice the rain already spreading into the Carolinas. And I know the mountains aren't technically in the flood watch, but if this southeast wind picks up, there could be some very heavy rain on those southeastern facing slopes. Notice the center of Sally is way down here, but look how far away the moisture is. And that's very crucial to these systems. You could see by midday tomorrow, that is widespread heavy rain. That is going to be causing some serious flooding. So the rain will start light overnight tonight into Thursday. And by the time you wake up, the rain will be steady. You think, not a big deal. It just picks up in intensity as we go through the day and gets heavier and heavier and heavier. And that's really, I think, where you're going to have some problems because, that first light rain doesn't seem like a big deal, but it saturates everything. And then when the real heavy stuff comes in here, you could see it's going to be dumping. I mean, let's back this up. This is noon, basically mid-morning. I think 10 a.m. through mid to late afternoon, very heavy rain sitting over us. And again, that front is also the key to where the severe weather is. The severe weather will be south of that front, not north of that front. So we'll watch that tomorrow. But really, honestly, the flood threat is really the biggest deal with this. Through 9 p.m., we go until 11. It's still raining, heavy rain. And then by 2 a.m., things start to improve and that cold front sweeps in from the north and west. And again, pretty high totals. And you're probably saying, Brad, are we really going to see that much? Well, let's just look at the guidance here. Every piece of model data we look at for our area, the 4 main models I look at usually, and I look at a couple others. I mean, the lowest is 3 inches. The highest is almost 8 inches. So that's a pretty substantial amount of moisture that's going to be heading our way. And I'll show you the timing of this. I like showing this graph because it shows how the rainfall rates ramp up. So you can see tonight, not a big deal, but early tomorrow it starts raining. And then look how they shoot up. Between the morning and the afternoon, we go from 1 inch to about 5 inches for a couple of models to 3 inches. So you see the spread there, as little as 2, but as high as 6. But again, that's a big chunk of agreement on where we're going to see the heaviest rain. So let's look at the timing. I'll show you this graphic because I think it really helps quite a bit. I'm going to push my head out of the way just a hair. I'll put myself right there. You can see the timing of this. The flash flood threat is by far our biggest issue from mid-morning. And again, I'm going to draw on here. You can see I'm thinking that 9, 10, 11 in the morning to just after midnight, probably 2 in the morning. And notice right there, some wind, but not a big deal, small tornado threat, and no hail threat at all. Now, speaking of that wind threat, let me back this up here. I'll show you the maximum winds we're expecting from this. This is not going to be a big wind maker. Typically, we have tropical systems and people worry about wind. Maybe 25, 30 miles. This is max gust, by the way. But if you get 5 inches of rain in this area and you get a 30-mile-an-hour wind, you can still get trees that come down because of the saturated soil and things kind of going over. So let's go back here real quickly. And what I want to do is even break this down further and show you the future cast hour by hour here. So we're going to start this morning. We'll go into the afternoon hours. I'm going to stop this at 8 p.m. tonight. So this is 8 p.m. tonight. You could see we're starting to see some light rain, very light rain, no big deal. Here's our system down here. We'll go into the overnight hours. I'll stop it at 2 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Notice the light rain has moved into the Charlotte area, heaviest rains in Atlanta. So this is light rain, not causing flooding, but it'll probably be a steady light rain. It'll pick up as we go through the morning. You're going to wake up on Thursday morning at 8 a.m. Let's go 8 a.m. Hopefully you get to sleep in. It's been raining for a while. Widespread rain. It's been raining since 2, 3 in the morning. But look at this heavy rain down here. So this is the rain that's just saturating everything up here. And then this stuff's coming right up I-85. So we go into the afternoon hours. This is 9 a.m., 10, 11, noon. I'm going to stop this at noon on Thursday. Look at all that heavy rain coming up I-85. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow, 3 o'clock. Let me stop this at 3 o'clock. So we've got very heavy rain in here. Now, the severe weather threat, you see this line down here? There's warm air down here. This is where the severe weather threat could be. Does this get pulled up? That's a possibility. But I think with the rain falling early in the day and overnight, that kind of it kind of gives us a cool day. The temperatures aren't going to be very warm, maybe upper 60s to near 70. We go into the afternoon. This is 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., very heavy rain. Look at that rain. 5 p.m. is just coming down. 6, 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9, 10, 11, midnight. It's breaking up, but we still got some rain. And then we'll go to the last frame here where the cold front's coming through. So you can see the cold front coming through from the north and west. And just to show you where that cold front is, you can kind of see it up here moving in from the north and west. But I think the bulk of this will be moving in probably on Friday. We won't really see the cool air until Friday night into Saturday. So that's a look at what I'm thinking right now. Again, let me show you real quickly the timing. This is the important factors here to bring in. This is going to be a heavy rain event from midday on Thursday into Thursday night. Please be weather aware. Clean the storm drains out. Get everything ready around your yard. If you know you're in a flood-prone area, have a plan to go to higher ground if necessary. And remember, if you're going to be driving at any period during this, please do not drive into standing water. Do not do it. You don't know if the road's there, things have collapsed, the car gets stuck. There's going to be a lot of work that first responders are going to have probably tomorrow. So please, if you can, just don't go on those flooded roadways and try to be safe tomorrow. Of course, I'll have updates all day, all night, and all day tomorrow. So we'll keep you covered at WCNC on air, online, and on social.